Hey there and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Man United to assess risk element of Sergio Reguilon's hamstring injury ahead of a Brentford game. Manchester United are likely to assess the risk element of Sergio Reguilon's hamstring injury ahead of Saturday's Premier League clash against Brentford, as per Manchester Evening News. The Red Devils have had a dreadful start to the campaign and they suffered their sixth defeat on Tuesday night. Galatasaray came from behind to win 3-2 in the Champions League ahead of Saturday's home game versus Brentford. It's reported that United have provisionally planned to prepare Reguilon due to the urgent need for a specialist left back. Sofiane Amrabat has started as the makeshift left back in recent games. The Moroccan was exposed against Galatasaray, scoring 2 goals due to his poor positioning. Reguilon, who has been working individually, could be integrated into the team training this week, but United are likely to assess the risk element given there is just one match before the international break. The Red Devils have played the last 3 games without a specialist left back. Amrabat has started in the role in each of those. He had a superb full debut against the Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup. However, he was exposed against the same opposition in the Premier League last week, and the same was the case versus Galatasaray, where he was caught out of possession, featuring as an inverted left back. Hence, we won't be surprised if Reguilon returns to team training. The Spaniard could be assessed by the medical staff over the coming days to determine his availability for Saturday's game at home. The 26-year-old has been hugely impressive since his loan move from Tottenham Hotspur. He has excelled with his work rate and has been able to adapt to the manager's tactics with ease. His return at the weekend would be a huge boost for the Red Devils. This would allow Amrabat to move into midfield alongside Casemiro. We could see Mason Mount featuring in the number 10. Raphael Varane reveals how the squad has been helping Harry Maguire. Generally, when a team keeps losing, news about dressing room cliques and disagreements comes to the fore. However, at Manchester United currently, the players do seem to be pulling in the same direction. Raphael Varane talked to TNT Sports on the eve of the Galatasaray game, which United went on to lose 2-3, and was asked about the defensive dynamics at the club. In the absence of first-choice partner Lisandro Martinez, Varane was asked how the squad has been dealing with the incessant abuse aimed at Harry Maguire. He revealed that the squad is fully behind him, giving him support to help him get back to his best. He said, "It's never something positive, obviously, but we try to stick together, to be united. That's very important. We do our best to help our teammates. That's our role, and that's what we are doing." When asked about who he would prefer to play alongside in Martinez's absence, he gave a copybook answer that stressed his leadership credentials. He said, "We have to adapt. We are playing with players with experience and we have good communication. We try to do our best. It's a teamwork. We know in football that injury is part of our job, so we have to adapt and do our best to help the team." So far, Varane has been partnered by Victor Lindelof instead of Maguire, but as the games load up, it's likely that the Englishman will also play a crucial role in the season ahead. In such a scenario, it's to nobody's benefit at the club if a player who's out of confidence is played and cost the team. Therefore, the comments from Varane make a lot of sense, and fans will be hoping Maguire finds the form that once made him indispensable to the club under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Diogo Dalot heaps praise on Man United captain Bruno Fernandes. Manchester United defender Diogo Dalot has heaped praise on Bruno Fernandes during a recent interview with 11 Sports. Fernandes is currently in his 5th season with the Red Devils, and he is on the cusp of making 200 appearances for the club in all competitions. The 29-year-old has been the permanent captain since the summer, and when asked about his qualities, Dalot said that his influence is remarkable. He told 11 Sport, I think Bruno's ability and influence on a team like ours is remarkable, not just because of his footballing qualities, which are anonymous, but also because of what he gives the team of the pitch, the leadership he has, the energy he gives. Having players like that is always an advantage for us and a positive experience for every player who has the ability to play with him. This is the third year I have been with him. I share a changing room with him, and every season we have grown. And I think with his help, it's easier for us to be in the best condition on the pitch. Fernandes has been a revelation for the Red Devils since his arrival from Sporting Lisbon in January 2020. In his 194 appearances in all competitions, he has registered 66 goals and 56 assists. His assist tally could have been bigger if United had a genuine goal-scoring striker in the past. Last season, Fernandes created more big chances, 32 in the Premier League, than Kevin De Bruyne, 31. However, the Portuguese registered only 8 assists compared to the Belgians' 16. Hopefully, this will change with Rasmus Højlund leading the attack. The Dane has shown plenty of promise. He has yet to find the back of the net in the Premier League, but has already netted thrice in the Champions League, including a stunning solo goal in the 3-2 loss to Galatasaray. United host Brentford in their final league game before the international break. They need a strong performance on the back of picking up just 9 points from the opening 7 matches. Fabrizio Romano insists Man United are not speaking to other managers amid Erik Ten Hag's struggles. Manchester United are not speaking to other managerial candidates at the moment amid Erik Ten Hag's struggles at Old Trafford. This season has got off to a nightmare start for Man United, who have just lost back-to-back home games against Crystal Palace in the Premier League and Galatasaray in the Champions League. Things will surely need to improve quickly for the Red Devils, but for now, it seems there is no realistic prospect of Ten Hag's job being in danger, according to Fabrizio Romano via his YouTube channel. Romano insisted there is not currently any plan to part ways with Ten Hag and look for a replacement. Ten Hag took over as United manager last season and delivered a Carabao Cup final victory and top 4 finish in his first season, but it's fair to say things look pretty bad on the pitch right now after 6 defeats from the opening 10 games of the season. Man United are, however, without a number of key players due to injury, so it could be worth giving the manager a bit more time and a full squad before judging him too harshly. Man United investigating how Galatasaray fans had Old Trafford home tickets. Manchester United have launched an investigation to determine how Galatasaray fans appear to have gotten tickets into the home section at Old Trafford in Tuesday's Champions League clash, The Athletic reports. The Red Devils fell to a shocking 3-2 defeat at the Theatre of Dreams, despite taking the lead twice in the classic Champions League showdown. Summer signing Rasmus Højlund bagged a brace, but goals from Wilfried Zaha, Kerim Aktürkoğlu, and Mauro Icardi ensured the Turkish giants departed Manchester with maximum points. As if the disappointing defeat was not enough, Man United fans were further infuriated by the number of away fans that found their way into the home section during and after the match. A large section of Gala fans gathered in the Sir Alex Ferguson stand, while hundreds more emerged in the Sir Bobby Charlton stand, making their way towards the away section to join in with the post-match celebrations. The incident appeared to have defied UEFA rules, which strictly prohibit traveling supporters from gaining access to home areas of the stadium. As is customary for European matches, Man United had implemented measures to prevent visiting supporters from entering home sections, which included prohibiting ticket sales to fans with Turkish addresses. The club currently suspects that the problem stemmed from ticket touting and sales through official channels to Gala fans based in the UK, but investigations are ongoing to verify the root cause of the issue. The Champions League setback to Gala constituted Man United's second defeat in a 4-day span following their previous 1-0 loss to Crystal Palace last week, and it's also the second consecutive game the Red Devils have lost on home turf and their sixth defeat of this campaign. The pressure continues to mount on manager Erik ten Hag, which further emphasizes the increasingly turbulent situation of a club in shambles. However, they won't need to wait long to redeem themselves in the eyes of the Old Trafford faithful, with Ten Hag's side set to welcome Brentford to the Theatre of Dreams at the weekend. Manchester United entered the race for in-demand MLS sensation Julian Hall. The official stance from Manchester United in the summer was that they needed to move on first-team players in a bid to raise capital so as to allow Erik ten Hag to bring in more players. Unfortunately, the club failed to move on quite a few players who are on high wages but not in the manager's plans, and ultimately were forced to sell plenty of academy graduates, the likes of Charlie Savage, Zidane Iqbal, Matej Kovar, Anthony Elanga and Mark Jurado were just a few names who left permanently over the course of the summer transfer window. But that does not mean Erik ten Hag is not a believer in the club's youth academy, already overseeing the breakthrough of Alejandro Garnacho and Kobe Mainoo, while also giving Dan Gorey his debut. United's academy recruitment has also improved over the course of the last few years, with the club winning the race for the likes of Garnacho, Hanna Al-Bajberi, and Gabriel Bayankeri, just to name a few. The club are now on the hunt for Major League Soccer sensation Julian Hall, who last week became the second youngest player ever to play in the competition. The New York Red Bulls Academy sensation is being eyed by Europe's elite, and it will be fascinating to see where he eventually ends up. The Evening Standard reported Chelsea want to sign 15-year-old American Julian Hall, who last week became the second youngest player ever to play in Major League Soccer when making his debut for New York Red Bulls. Hall last month signed a new contract until 2026, but Chelsea, Man United, Man City, Real Madrid and Bayern München are tracking the talented winger. Chelsea have been tracking the youngster for a long time now and were even planning on offering him a trial at Cobham, but his new contract means the MLS side can block the trial request and ask for a substantial transfer fee. Interestingly, Hall's current club can also offer him a passage to Europe through Red Bull's Football Club network, and that might offer easier access to first-team football. Manchester United and Manchester City to go head-to-head for Moma. There is not one aspect that is working for Manchester United at the moment, as they have now lost 6 out of their 10 games in all competitions this season. Question marks will be raised about the defense and up front, maybe not in the Champions League, but in the Premier League, where they have scored only 7 times, the lowest among the top 12 sides. Manager Erik ten Hag must be scratching his head after seeing the kind of performances being put in by last season's top scorer Marcus Rashford. He has looked like a shadow of himself, devoid of confidence as seen from his horrendous attempt at passing with only the goalkeeper to beat against Galatasaray. His decision-making has been questioned by pundits and fans alike, and he keeps running into cul-de-sacs, hoping to bulldoze his way through instead of getting his head up and looking for options. While his stunt as the striker was bound to fail, as the Macedonian has revealed that he does not fancy playing there, he has struggled out on the left as well, scoring only once so far in the Premier League. Right wing remains another problematic area, with Jadon Sancho expected to be moved on as early as January after a major tiff with the United boss. The People's Person reported that the club will target a winger during the winter transfer window, with Pedro Neto's name doing the rounds. Now Vigaches have claimed that Brighton and Hove Albion's Mitoma is a target, with Manchester City also in the race for the Japanese international. The report read, Manchester City and Manchester United are planning an exciting signing in the winter market. Both Manchester clubs are eyeing Brighton's 26-year-old Japanese winger, Mitoma, as a key addition to their respective squads. The competition to secure Mitoma's signature will surely be intense as his talent and age make him a coveted target in the transfer market, with the possibility of big titles leading Manchester City to be ahead of Manchester United in the race for Mitoma. The 26-year-old has been a revelation since his arrival in England, scoring 13 times, including 3 this term already, while also providing 11 assists. Apart from his goal contribution, it's his general wing play and ability to beat a man and subsequently find a teammate despite tight marking that has set him apart from his peers. The Seagulls are known to drive a hard bargain for their players, and they are expected to ask for more than double his market value of 32 million euros as per transfer market. The Glazers usually do not spend in January, and Ten Hag had to make do with 2 loan signings at the start of the year. Pep Guardiola does not have to contend with such issues, and they already seem to have a head start. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.